Hey guys, this is another tournament video. This time we played Black and Head Bridge, um, hosted by Novos and Spork. Thanks to them. It was a great tournament. I had a really good time. I had a lot of fun with this deck. Because there is a new timeless format in front of us, I decided to go back and play bridge because now we have Khan the Week, and this card is great in this match in this deck, and have Vampiric Tutor, which makes the decks a lot more consistent since we are a 3 card combo. Well, the combo is like you play Supplier, Sacrifice with Culling the Week, and then you have Bridge, which you can cast cards from the graveyard by exiling 3 other cards. So this you just mill your entire deck and makes a lot of mana. And then you can just cast Attainers. The deck also has 9 protection cards with Bubble, Squelcher, and Seize. And we have a couple more creatures that we can sacrifice to make mana with the weak. And we have a plan B, which consists on just killing your opponents in the beatdown with Moon Shadow and Squelcher. Squelcher makes that, besides your spells can't be countered, is great in an aggro shop because you have opponents need pay 2 life to kill your creatures. So yeah, this is the deck. This is the sideboard that we use Major to fight opponents' sideboard in Farm Out Grave Hate and Deafening Silence. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the matches. Here we go.
So, our first match we are playing against Burn. As usual, I forgot to record a game. Another game I I was recording before the game, and when the game started I stopped recording. So and another one, the game was so long I don't think it is worth it to put in this video. It was against an Esper control. We took like 15 minutes to end the game, and I may do a separate video about that game. It's a good game. It shows that our deck is kind of weak against control, but I don't know if it's that enjoyable to watch, but I think it's nice to have a video about it. So here against Burn, we want to combo as fast as possible, but since we don't have the weak in hand, neither the bridge, I decide to kill their creature to gain some time. We do have the supplier and the Vampiric Tutor, but we need to like play the supplier, mill the weak, and we will still need another mana before we can bridge, because we need 3 mana if we have a creature in play and the weak in the graveyard. So here it doesn't not make sense to play because we didn't hit the weak yet. It does not make sense to play the Vampiric Tutor. So I played Vampiric Gust because the Gust, not Vampiric Gust, Shambling Gust. It will give me 1 more mana to make the combo easier. So I decided to just double block because I want both creatures dead. And we are dying. Burn can do a lot of damage. So we hope opponent doesn't have 2 bolts in hand. So we can play supplier and I mean, not necessarily play supplier, it's best to play the bubble, but we can play the Vampiric Tutor and combo next turn. So here I'm praying that opponent just put Luros in hand. But actually, if opponent have like a Barbarian Ring, he would have killed me because... Yeah, maybe it was best to play this player actually. Because like, if I block with one creature and the opponent kills another one, I don't have enough mana to combo. But I decided to play the bubble because like I die anyway to 2 bolts. And okay, Barbarian Rings can win against me, but he could have a dinosaur in hand, you know, and the dinosaur could find another bolt. So yeah, actually I think it was right to play the bubble. It depends what card opponents have, of course. And here we just win because we have 3 mana, we have a creature, and we have Breach. So my opponent's sideboard has 2 Eidolon, 3 Seas, 4 Arctos Charms. That's a lot of cards, I must say, that is good against us. So we need the Mountain Collapse, I think, to kill the Eidolon. And it would be nice to have discard spells, at least Duris. We don't need the Squelcher, yeah. And Seas lost 2 life, which is not that good. We need the Vampiric Tutor to combo fast. And Bubble is okay. Opponent doesn't have Surgical, but and doesn't have Tomod Script, but they do have Bubble. And they don't have the Dinosaur. They don't have the Dinosaur in this list. I faced another burn in this tournament, and the other burn had the dinosaur. It was a different list. So yeah, I decided to bring a couple of removals, a braid, feed the swarm to kill Eidolon too. This hand is too risky, I think. We don't even have like breach in hand. We do have Vampiric Tutor though, but like we need more mana. Holy shit. I didn't remember that I kept that. Oh, I remember this game now. Yeah, I think this was my first mistake in the tournament. I should have discarded a Vampiric Tutor. I think there is more games that I need like two the week. I would just say that the Rito. Yeah, two Ritos, then the game that I need two Vampiric Tutors. Like the game has to extend so much too, so I can need two Vampiric Tutors. But to defend myself, I thought my opponent wouldn't burn me so much here. So maybe they didn't sideboard all those cards like Toxis and Hactos Charm. Maybe they just stick in the burn into the burn plane. So now, yeah, I can play Supplier, play Vampiric Tutor, and win next turn. If opponent doesn't kill my Supplier, and if he doesn't have any hate, which is unlikely to say at least. So yeah, here's the hate. And here's one of the reasons I kept that hand. Like I had the combo and I had the mountain collapse to kill the Eidolon. But now I took a lot of damage. And I needed to surveil the first land since I didn't draw land for the turn. So yeah, it was a risky hand. But this was a great draw. Tendrils. Now next turn we can play Tendrils for a little bit. And that's why I said I made a mistake by discarding the Hito, the Culling the Weak. Because I could have a bigger storm to gain more life if I didn't have discarded the Culling the Weak. So here, fortunately, opponent didn't kill the Supplier, because else I wouldn't be able to do a small Tendrils. Moon Shadow was a great draw actually. It's just 1 plus Storm. So that's why I said that if I had 2 Culling the Weak here, I could like, I don't know, Culling the Weak, the Supplier, then play Bowmaster, then play Moon Shadow, then Culling the Weak, the Bowmaster token, and then Tendrils. Which would be better. But this is fine too. Now we are on the aggro plan. Because like, we need 1 more mana. We need 2 more mana to combo. So, if we are far away from that now. We just wanna kill our opponent now. If opponent had just 1 creature, I could have like cast Vampiric Tutor in response of my fetch land. I mean, cast pop my fetch land in response of the survey trigger, cast Vampiric Tutor and put 2 permanents in graveyard. That would be an option if opponent didn't have the Bowmaster. Here I'm thinking what to do. Like, I don't wanna crack this fetch land, I think. It's tough. Actually, they only have 1, they don't have card in hand, so like, they could only have like 3 damage in hand, so yeah, it's safe to crack the fetch, because I will be in 1 life. They do 3 damage to me, and then they do 2 damage with Barbarian Ring. And by cracking the fetch, opponent stays in 1 life, and he can't use the Barbarian Ring. Oh, and by the way, I only have like 2 survey lands in the deck, so I could not do the Vampiric Tutor play. GG's. We are playing against Mardu Energy now, and they have 4 Toxis and 1 Peddler that we care about in the main deck. Swords to Plowshares can be disrupted sometimes, and they have 4 Deafening Silence and 3 Peddlers on the sideboard. Here we keep a good hand. We can like turn 1 Moonshadow into fetch land, into supplier, and do a lot of damage. So now we can deploy both supplier and the bubble, or we can Vampiric Tutor if we mill the weak. We did mill the weak, so we could just do a Vampiric Tutor for the win next turn, but I decided to wait 1 more turn to deploy the bubble and stick to the aggro plan for now. Don't know if that was the right choice actually. But yeah, if they remove with swords to plowshare my supplier, it would be very bad too, so maybe this is safer. I could like now play Squelcher and play a Surveil Land to do more damage, but we can win next turn, so I think the right play is just play Squelcher, play the Catacombs, don't crack it, because I don't want a Vampiric Tutor right now. If they have a Strip Mine, my Vampiric Tutor will be very bad, so because I need those 3 manas to win. So like now I can Vampiric Tutor in their turn, and if they don't have Strip Mine, I can Vampiric Tutor, or else I would just fetch for Surveil Land.
I will prove my worth to my pride.
So since my opponent didn't have the Strip Mine, I can Vampiric for Breach and win. Even if he has Swords to Plowshares now, I have a Vampiric Tutor in the grave. I will have a Vampiric Tutor in the grave. So I could like sacrifice any other creatures to the weak, and then cast Vampiric Tutor again from the graveyard, and then crack my bubble, and draw the supplier and combo off anyway. So we will be fine even if he has a Swords to Plowshares here. So in this matchup, I don't think Squelcher and Bubble are great. Bubble is good if they have Surgical and if they are Boros, but they don't have Surgical and they are not Boros. So I just bring the 8 pieces of Disruption that I have in my sideboard to kill their creatures. Actually, to kill the Deafening Silence. And yes, kill some creatures too. So I was deciding here if I wanted the Seize or the Bubble. Both are not that good, but you know. In the end, I decided to bring 2 Seizes, but I can see an argument that Bubble are better, or we don't need like a Braid and stuff like that. Because like we could remove a Peddler with our Seize. And this is a great hand, because this has... Oh no. Yeah, this is a fine hand. No, I was confusing about another hand. So Seize was good because we can now remove their swords to plowshares, and the Ghast may kill this Pride if they attack with the energy guy. I mean, they won't do that, but yeah, they have no reason to do that. I can't kill the energy guy if they do that. But yeah. So here, I'm not gonna lie, we are not in the best spot ever, but I decided like just kill the Pride and put Lurus in hand. It's not the best play of all, but we need to kill the Pride, and I don't wanna lose my Mountain Collapse. I can kill a Deafening Silence later. So here opponent has a strip mine. Fortunately, we have a lot of lands in the hand. Unfortunately, it will take a long while before I can play Lurus. Guess was not a bad draw. But here we want a surveil to find action. And if opponent doesn't kill Gast, we can like, if we find the weak, we could like play the weak, play Lurus, and play something from the graveyard. We don't want another land. Oh, anyways. So now since we did a treasure, we can play something from graveyard. And next turn we can kill their Lurus with our Mountain Collapse. We cannot wait to save for Deafening Silence, we are dying, so yeah. We cannot afford that. Unfortunately, they had the Swords to Plowshares. So now I don't even, yeah, we don't even have supplier in the graveyard, so we like need, holy shit. Yeah, Pride was a good one. Yeah, we are dying and we need like, we need a breach and a supplier. So yeah, it's not looking great. This Bowmaster is tricky when they have the Goblin Bombardment in the battlefield. Because if I target a creature from them, they would just like ping me and I wouldn't create an army. So yeah, I don't see a reason why to play this Bowmaster right now. So I just grab a Surveillant. I don't think a Braid is gonna save us. We need to combo as fast as we can. And this was not a good draw too, because we already have a week in the graveyard. We needed a breach and a supplier. Yeah, and now they just have little because they can play Luhus, get one energy, attack, and sacrifice their board to kill me. I don't think I'm changing anything on the play. Discard spells are better, so I could see an argument to bring the third Seize over the Braid. But yeah, I'm not sure which one is the best actually. Seize is not a great card usually against energy. It is good to remove their hate, but they could just draw it anyways. I don't know if our best option is just to try to turbo combo them, or like play some creatures, remove their deafening silence, and then combo them, you know. But yeah, sometimes it's good to just turbo combo them where they don't have hate turn 1 or turn 2. we are really missing a fetch land from this hand. We could turn one Moon Shadow, turn two Moon Shadow into a fetch land, or a supplier to grow them and just try to beat them in the aggro plan. Sometimes the aggro plan works because they have like to bring a lot of hate against us, so here I think I've just like play Moon Shadow, play the fetch land that fortunately we drew, and next turn I will kill the Pride with Brewmaster. I think it would be nice to see their hand too. It would be unfortunately if they had like 2 discard spells, but I think this is a much better play overall. We can grow both our Moon Shadows at the same time. They are pressure to kill our creatures. We can remove some removals. So here they have one lander. And like they don't have black. So, but this hand is great if it was not a one lander. So I don't want to take the Toxis, I don't think. I want to beat them before because I'm far away from Cobble. I need supply and breed, so it doesn't make sense to take Deafening Silence. I just want to kill them with the aggro plan. So for me it's between the removals, because I don't care too much about Pride now, you know. And if I attack with both Moon Shadow, they might attack with the Pride, and then I kill both of them. Oh yeah, my bad. The second Moon Shadow just entered the battlefield. Yeah, so I cannot attack, because if I attack with one, they will remove not the untapped one and attack with Pride and make tokens. So yeah, next turn I can attack with both, and if they attack me, I can kill both Prides. And I gotta hope that they don't draw a land, because their hand was really great if it was not by the one lander. So here my opponent feels that they need to do something or they're just gonna lose, so they attack. And unfortunately for them, I had the Bowmasters. And now I can like... I have two big creatures and I can put Lurus in hand. And like... I can sacrifice a creature to... Oh, I didn't remember this demonic tutor. Yeah, this is interesting. What the fuck am I searching with demonic tutor? Because I'm nowhere near to combo. I could search another moon... No, I could search another aggro plant, but I don't have any. I could search another Bowmaster. I could search a discard spell. Or I could just put Lurus in hand and... I could put Lurus in hand and play Moonshadow, but I don't think that's a good play. I think I just put Lurus in hand and next turn I can play Bowmaster again. And if they drew the Black Source, they will need to discard Lurus instead of the tutor. Yeah, even though my opponent like is with just one lander, they are putting a good fight. This deck, sometimes it's when I have too much of the aggro plan, it just takes too long to combo. It's a problem with the deck. It's a little inconsistent, I think. I think maybe we should have more tutors in the deck. But anyways, now we can play Lurus and play Bowmasters. We could Demonic Tutor for Supplier and hope to mill a breach, but I don't think it's necessary. I think we just beat them. I was pondering if you would... Oh yeah, there's no Moonshadow in the grave. What the fuck I was saying before. Yeah. I got exiled. But yeah, we just trying to kill our opponent now. Yeah, GG's.
Okay guys, Grab from Future here. I decided to show the match that my opponent conceded after the first couple of turns. And I have a good news. I actually found the next round against Blue Head Temple 2 that I thought I did not have recorded it, but I did. So yeah, I just want to show this match because, just to show the strength of this deck against the Blue Red Temple deck. That's why I decided to put this in the video. Okay, so we are up against blue head again. This hand has guest, so it's a keep. Has bubble too, it's great. The question is, what the fuck do I play turn one, right? Because if they do turn one Hagavan, I wanna do a gust, but it may get dazed, which is very bad. So I could protect with bubble first, but I don't like getting hit with Hagavan, so I'll make them have the daze. I don't know if it is the right choice, but I don't know. And they didn't have it, so yeah, it was good. Sometimes they don't have the days. And if they force it, like I think I'm fine with that. No? So next turn I can like Moon Shadow, crack the Fetchland, and play the bubble. I can't do that anymore. uh, I think I should, yeah. Now I think I should just play the bubble. Oh, yeah, fine. Makes sense actually to play the Moon Shadow because they don't have the Masters and so on. But maybe, yeah, I don't know. Because I want to start making pressure on them. That's why I played the Demon Shadow. And that was a great draw, in fact. Now I can try to kill Dragon Rage Shadow next turn. I could attack and like crack the bubble, but I don't think it's. I mean, they cannot block it because it has menace. Never mind. But the question is, do I play bubble here? Do I play Vampire Tutu? I'm far away from combo. I don't think Vampire Tutu for a fair card is good. I may just survey land here. Yeah. That was a great hit. Now I just need two cards to combo, Supplier and Bridge. Actually, I have a Bridge Tutor, so I just need one card to combo. And I don't even need to deploy the second bubble because there is no way they can remove it in the main deck. I mean, they have Brazen Power, but can just play it again. Yeah, I think I would just put Novos in hand. I don't feel pressure to do anything, so I could draw with bubble too, but I don't prefer to be mana efficient here. Next time I can play Luz, maybe play Bowmaster, or play another Moon Shadow. Or the Gast. Yeah, the Gast. And again, I don't think you are supposed to Vampiric Tutor here, because we don't have a, like, catch your card in this deck. When I was playing the blue version, we had the Treasure Cruise, for instance, but we don't have a fair card. We could search for a Bowmaster, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. So this land was a good draw. To be fair, Supplier or Breach would have been a great draw too, but land was very good here, so we can deploy some threats from graveyard. So opponents is drawing a lot of cards. They have much more cards than us. I'm kind of worried because like they have so many cards. They don't have a threat yet, but we don't have nothing going on too. We need more cards to combo. We need a breach or supplier or another vampiric or demonic tutor. Oh, yeah. No, sure. No, yeah, I didn't realize that. We just, because we have a vampiric tutor in the graveyard, so, and we have the weak, we have two bubbles. So we can sacrifice our guest and and cast vampiric tutor again. Put supply on top of the deck and crack one bubble to win. Yeah, sure. Didn't realize that. That's one of the benefits of bubble too. Like this draw is very good with vampiric tutor in the deck. And since we have 4 bubbles, a lot of times we have 2 in play. And we don't need 2. So we just come. Yeah. So my opponent's sideboard is crazy. He has Fire Macabre, Pyroclasm, 2 Fire Magics, 1 Fading Hope. I don't even remember what card that is. Force of Negation, Spell Piece, Spell Snare, Stand Scolding, and Ghost Vacuum. That are good against us. I mean, Pyroclasm is not that good, but okay, so this hand is great. Has Gast, has Bubble, has 2 tutors, Supplier. It's hard to be a better one than this one. But again, if they daze my Gast, I think I'm in a bad shape anyway. The Force of Will is not so bad, but that's the problem in doing Gast turn 1. But I think it's right. I think it's just right to do turn 1 Gast. Because I don't know. Because sometimes they don't have the days, you know? And holy shit, not the Gast. So yeah, now we can do Bubble first and then the Gast. So they can't daze anything that we play. Like, we could wait to set up this turn, you see, if we didn't play Gast turn 1, but I don't know, maybe Supply was better than 1. I'm still not sure about what is the right play here. I really am not sure. Because like, if we play Supply at turn 1, they don't need to daze it. They need a Force of Will it. They can just bolt it. And then, in the second turn, I would start with a bubble, they would Force of Will it, and maybe they would have dazed the Gast, you know? So, it's complicated. I think it's right to turn on Gast, because sometimes they just have the removal to protect the Hagavan, they don't have the daze. I just realized I think I can win turn the following turn. Because I can search for the weak, sacrifice guest, make a treasure, demonic tutor for breach. I don't know if I will have enough mana, but I should be. I should have. Yeah, I can't. I can't win anymore. Yeah, now the problem is if they have another strip mine. But now I can fabric tutor on their turn, so I will win anyway, right? Because yeah, I think I win anyway. 4 mana, 5 because of the treasure. Demon tutor is 2, breach is 2, and yeah, if they have another bolt, I would just use. I didn't decide to go for the win. What the fuck? I could have go for it, I think. If they had one removal, I would not win, but I think we should have go for it. Well, I must have thought about this line, the demonic tutor line. I mean, of course not, just drill the bridge. Yeah, I think I misplayed here, actually. Because I needed to win. Holy shit. The fuck? So like, I could have a big tutor on their turn for the cunning, the weak, and then I would have like cunning the weak, the treasure, the ghast, make a treasure. I have 5 mana. I have 2 for Demon Tutor and 2 for Breach, so I have 1 mana left. So I need my supplier to be alive, so I can sacrifice it for the weak again. So if he had removal, I will not win the game. But like Demon Tutor for Phyrexian Tower and sacrifice Ghast makes 3 mana. So I would not have mana to. I would not have mana, you see, to cast the Tendrils to stay alive. I think I should have Demon Tutor for something there. Vampiric Tutor for something. Maybe the current weak can just go for small Tendrils. Didn't need to win, you know? Just cast Demon Tutor, grab the breach, and do the Tendrils. A small one. And don't cast the breach. Yeah, I think I played that very wrong, actually. I did a survey only to try to find the breach. I think it's not. It was too risky. It was not necessary. Yeah, I got lucky here. GG's.
Okay, so we are playing against Boros Energy this time. This is the sixth match. I forgot to record 2 matches and one of them was too long. And this one, I forgot to record the beginning of it, the first couple of times. I must stop forgetting these things. So, yeah, let's see. I can't combo yet because I need a creature in play. So I'll probably play Bowmaster and next turn Vampiric Tutor for Supplier. Or in the upkeep, actually. No, I don't think the upkeep is good. Because it can eat a Swords to Plowshare. Yeah, I was hoping to draw a land here, but if opponent doesn't kill my Bowmasters, I think I'm fine. So I decided to play the bubble, but if opponent... Yeah, either way I need to Vampiric Tutor. Yeah, I was going to say I could play Bowmaster if opponents remove both my creatures, but like... I could play the Moon Shadow actually. But I think bubble is better. They have the dinosaur in the deck. So instead of playing against 2 removals, I'm playing against dinosaur and a removal. So, and we're not close to dying too. Boros is much easier than Mardu is. We don't be afraid of them discarding our combo. Yeah, so here they had the dinosaur, but they used just to gain energy, and now we have the combo. So yeah, we have a creature already in play. So with the weak in hand, we just need 2 lands to win, and now we can play Supplier and combo them off. My opponent has a lot of hate inside the bot. They have Containment Priest, Esper Sentinel, 2. They have 2 Surgicals, 2 Disruptor Flutes, 2 Ghost Vacuums, and 3 Deafening Silence. So it's a lot of hate. Surgical is the tough one, because like I wanna bring a lot of things to destroy their hate, but they have Surgical, so I must like look at their hand too, or play around Surgical. It's very hard with this deck, but yeah, let's see.
Have peace. More join our cause!
Yeah, so I decided to remove the 8 protection and just bring 1 seize. And of course, the 8 kill your shit package. Okay, so this is a risky hand, we just have 1 lander, but we do have Gust. But I don't know, this was kind of a crazy keep, to be honest with you. But yeah, anyway. We have a lot of lands in the deck, we have 20 lands, but if they like remove our Gust, we are just so screwed. But anyway, they didn't, so yeah. Actually, I was thinking now, I sideboard out the bubble, but bubble are good for the surgical extraction and the dinosaur. But yeah, bubble is better on the play. I mean, yeah, it's better on the play because I'm not pressured to play a creature on turn 1 to kill the Hagavan or the Pride. But maybe I should bring bubble even on the draw. Maybe the Toxis was wrong. Yeah. Maybe we don't need like something like Grape Shot. Which actually is not such a good card in this deck. It's okay.
Have peace. More join our cause! I cannot abide this treachery!
Speaking of the devil, we just drew the Grape Shot. But fortunately we can just kill the Ajani with Collapse. We do need supply. We don't have supply in graveyard. So we need to draw a tutor or draw the supply. But we do need the breach anyway, too. So yeah. It would be best if that breach were like a supplier, so I could mill the supplier and then I just need to draw. I don't lose a draw step, that's what I'm trying to say.
Nothing can break our bond. You won't stand with me. To me!
And now we are on a tough spot because we didn't play Bowmaster last turn. They had 2 agendas, so now because they have voice I need to play Bowmaster in my main phase, which is terrible. And I don't have mana left to Grape Shot because I only have 3 manas. That was the problem in putting Breach on the top of the deck. But I need to win, and I need to draw Breach to win. At least in this game, because like I'm not killing them without the combo, I don't think.
Share in my vengeance.
Now I realize like Bulbos are good against them. Dinosaur and Surgical Extraction. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna sideboard out the aggro plan and try to combo. Just full combo. This is a good hand. We have answer to their hate. We have a Vampiric Tutor and we have Bubble. But we don't have any card of the combo, so it's not that good. It's an okay hand, I would say. If my opponent is very aggro this game, it's tough for me. You gotta hope they are kind of slow. So here a very important thing will happen. I crack my fetch land and opponent passed priority to them. So the only card that they could have in their hand is Surgical Extraction. Like right now I know they have Surgical Extraction, right? And they don't have black mana to cast it. And what the fuck I do? Yes. I crack my fucking bubble. That was a major mistake. Right after I cracked the bubble, I was like, holy shit, I fuck up. Now, like, I have Supplier, I have the weak, I had great draws. I can just Vampiric Tutor for Breach. But, like, I know my opponent have fucking Surgical Extraction. I was like, holy shit. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe it. And now I'm doing math, because like, I have Flex and Tower, but like, I need a supplier in the... Yeah, first of all, I need to kill Deafening Silence, that's right. But like, I need a supplier, and I need I need to play around the surgical. So what I need to do is Vampiric Tutor for Breach, cast the bubble from the graveyard, and then cast Supplier. But that's a lot of fucking mana. But that's the safer play, to play around the breach. And they even have the dinosaur. Like, if I didn't craft my bubble there, I would counter this dinosaur. But yeah, next turn I'll have 3 mana and a Fraxen Tower. I cannot cast Supplier and sacrifice it, because they will surgical my Supplier. So I need to play Supplier, pass the turn, and the next pray for them to don't have removal. And next turn I can combo. That was so fucking bad. Holy shit.
I will prove my worth to my pride.
Yeah, so here I'm eager to combo. But I cannot combo. I know they have a surgical extraction in their hand. So what the fuck am I doing them? Am I putting Lurus in hand? Am I grape shot for one? If I have milled the weak or breach that turn, I would just lost the game, because they have surgical in hand. But fortunately I just milled a Supplier. So yeah, I need to pass the turn. I need to pray for them to not have removal. Actually, I think I did another maybe it's not a misplay, but to have higher chances of survival, I think maybe I should have killed the dinosaur, you know?
I will prove
Like,
my worth
I'm
to my
receiving a
pride.
lot of damage now, and I could have killed this dinosaur with grape shot. But yeah, like, of course of course Lurus is not going to win this game. But fortunately for us, because we were very lucky, holy shit, we managed to survive. I mean, they didn't have removal for Supplier, and now we are safe to combo. But that was a huge misplay, holy shit. I can't believe that, actually. And now they don't have good plays. What will they surgical? There's nothing to surgical. And yeah. Holy shit. By the way, this is round 6, and I have already lost a round, the third game against Control, and yeah, I needed to win this round because my standings was pretty bad, and I need to be 6-1 if I want to enter the top 8. 5-2 I would never enter that top 8, and now just combo, despite the huge misplay that I did. Yeah, I just realized now, I forgot to record 3 matches, and one of them, 3 matches, and there was another matchup that I was playing against Blue Head Temple, and they just concede the game. Like, I won game 1 and they just concede the game. They text to me like, no, this match is so fucked up, I don't wanna play this. And they just concede the game. I was 1-0 against them. 2-0 actually, but yeah, that was never game 2. But unfortunately, I don't have a record about this matchup, the Blue Head Temple deck, which is very unfortunate. I would like to have at least one of them, because I faced 3 Blue Head matchups and I beat them all, because I think this deck is great against Blue Red. And yeah, unfortunately I don't have the matches recorded. So now we are already in the top 8, because, like I said, I forgot to record some games, and one of them was game 7 against Blue Head Temple. If I remember correctly, if I remember right, I think all the 3 Blue Head was very easy, but like they have some nuts draw that they can just kill you. It's not it's an easy matchup, but it's not given, you know. It's not free. It's not a free matchup, not at all. They can just like turn 1 Hagavan with days and just win, or the other creature, the creature that flies, the best one drop in the game that we didn't see in the video yet. But yeah, anyway, we are playing now against Mardu, and they have 4 Cs on the main deck. They don't have any peddlers, but they are sideboard. Holy shit! They have 2 Omnis Chants, 2 Surgicals, 2 Ghost Vacuum, and 2 Deafening Silence. It's a very well built sideboard, in my opinion. I need to see their hand to remove 4 cards, Omnis Chants and Surgical, and I need to kill Ghost Vacuum and Deafening Silence from the board. You know? That's a good sideboard there. You just diversify your hate cards. And in this game we can see why Guest is so good. Like, we could not win on turn 2 if we didn't have Guest. If we play Supplier on turn 1, we can't Vampiric Tutor and combo at the same turn, because we need a red mana. But couldn't I combo that turn? Huh. Let me think a little bit. Yeah, I missed the line here. I didn't even realize that. I could just Vampiric Tutor for the breach. Then I use Fetchland. I have 2 cards in graveyard. Then I use the Weak on the Guest. I have 4 cards in graveyard. I cast Breach from the treasure. I cast Supplier. And then I just cast the... Then I just combo. I exiled the 3 other cards from graveyard and sacrifice Supplier to the Weak. Thinking about it now, there was a risk actually, because I would need to cast the Weak with 3 cards in graveyard to sacrifice my Supplier. So Supplier and the Weak would be in the graveyard and more 3 cards. If the 3 cards one of them were Traindrus, I would lose the game actually, because you know I wouldn't have enough cards. I needed one more card, so I need to play fetch land on turn 1 instead of the swamp. So I would have one more card, and then I would be able to combo on turn 2. But like, I'm so pissed off. I can't believe I missed the line. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. It was my... yeah. Yeah, anyway. So here I decided to bring the seas instead of the bubbles. I don't think bubbles are very good against them, and I need a lot of cards. I need a braid, I need feed the swarm. They have artifact hate and enchantment hate, and they have spells hate. I need to discard the spells. And yeah, I'm gonna sideboard out the Moon Shadows. I don't think it's a very good plan to be aggro against energy. Sometimes works, but it's a mediocre plan. So I just decided to bring the Duress and be full focus to protect my combo. Remember when I said that we could turn 2 them on on game 1? Well, we can turn 2 them on game 2 as well. I had the nuts draw in both games. It was crazy. So here let's say I did a misplay. Why the fuck there is no upkeep stop? Why is the fucking upkeep stop? Put the fucking... Yeah, that's better. Oh my heart. Yeah, so... Surgical, huh? Oh, wait a second. Yeah, but I have Duress this time. I have one more spell that I can throw in the graveyard. Yeah, that's the difference. And they didn't Surgical my Verdant. I don't know why. But anyway. Yeah, now we can turn to them. Like I said, we could do in game 1, but we didn't because I didn't see the line. I didn't even think about the line, you know. But if I thought about the line, maybe I wouldn't go do the line because, like I said before, I could mill Tendrils and lose the game. Yeah, and that's why Gast is so good in this deck. It's the only way to win on turn 2 if you need to cast a Vampiric Tutor on the same turn that you need to win. Because he makes the treasure, and Supplier doesn't make the treasure, so you will be missing head mana. I love this card, I love Gast. Yeah, so that was a fast match. I had a hell of a lot of luck in both games. And I could have maybe won game 1 if I played the fetch land instead of the swamp and tried to combo turn 2. Like, it's not that easy to turn 2 combo with this deck. You need a lot of cards. So yeah, I was very lucky. GG's. Okay, so we are in the semifinals. We are against Burn again. And as usual, I forgot to record the beginning of the match. So yeah, we won turn we won game 1. I don't even remember what was the first place of the game, but we had a fast combo and we won. Yeah. So, opponent doesn't have a lot of hate cards like the other burn deck had, but they have 2 surgical extraction and 2 Tormod script, which is very bad because I need to discard the surgical. Surgical is so fucking good against us. Like this kind of decks that we usually expect for them to, and they even have Eidolon in the main deck, by the way. But I mean, this kind of decks that we need to bring, like removal, if they have surgical in the sideboard, it's very bad for us. It's very clever to have the surgical in sideboard in those decks, I think. And that's the bubble problem on the draw. Like, if we play the bubble after they play the Tormod script, we are fucked, you know? We do have the upgrade. We do have the upgrade that we can destroy Tormod script, but if they have a second follow-up like Eidolon, we need another removal, you know? And we are like getting beat down by this Hagavan. So it's tough. Actually, I didn't think it was such a big of a deal. They grabbed my Mountain Collapse from the top of my deck to kill my bubble. But I missed the bubble in the latest turns, I remember. That was very bad for us. For them to... That was a good card for them to hit with Hagavan. So here we have a problem. The problem is that we don't have the bubble. And they have Luhus. Yes, we do have the braids, but if I braid the Tormod script, they will play Luhus and they will just play Tormod script again from the graveyard, you know? So yes, I could have Vampiric Tutor for a bubble, I guess, but I mean, I miss 2 pieces of the combo. And that's the problem with Vampiric Tutor. It puts a card on top of your deck, so it must be the last card of your combo, or you must be a hate piece against a hate piece, and you already have the combo in hand. And now they have Lurrus. But I cannot afford to kill Lurrus, I don't think. I need to try to combo. I need to kill the Tormod script in their end step. The turn before I combo. And I need to find both weak and supplier. So I'm missing a lot of pieces. I could Vampiric Tutor for supplier, but they would just exile my graveyard with Tormods. This Hopeless Nightmare was very bad for us, holy shit. And now we need Survey for something, but I hit a Bowmaster in the top of the deck. And now I was like, maybe we are so far behind that I need to play by the mistake of my opponent. Maybe if they attack with Lurrus, maybe if they have Bowmaster of their own, maybe if they attack with Lurrus and made me double block, this Bowmaster can win the game. Sometimes you gotta play by the mistake of your opponent if you are too far behind, I think. Another one. And this one hits us hard, holy shit. Now we need to discard the Vampiric Tutor, abrade the Lurrus, you know, and hope to win, but how can we win if opponent have those Hopeless Nightmare in play? Their top deck is much better than ours. We gotta win on the beatdown, we are too far away from combo. Here I decided to attack and the opponent had a Bowmaster. I don't think that was a wrong play. I think I'm so far behind, I need to start attacking and need to try to win the game, you know, before they scry with the Hopeless Nightmare. Unfortunately for us, they had the Bowmaster and now we just lose. Now there's no way. Like, we could breach to make they use Tormod script and then put Lurrus in hand and then play Lurrus and then try to win. But that's a lot, you know? So now we went to put Lurrus in hand to be a little bit more mana efficient. I don't know. Instead of playing the breach. Next turn we are going to try and breach. They are going to use the Tormod script. And the following turn we are going to play Lurus and we are going to pray. That's the plan. Okay, so I decided to play Lurus instead of Breach. I don't know if that is the right play actually. But yeah, anyway. That's what I did. Because if I play Breach, they are going to use Tormod script. And then the following turn I can use Lurus. I think it would be better. But they had the Barbarian Ring anyway, so yeah. Yeah, actually. Yeah, actually I think I did wanna use the breach. Yeah, I think that was a misplay because now they would still have Barbarian Ring and kill my Lurus, but I don't know. You know? I think it would be better. Because now I have this breach in hand, but what the breach is gonna do? I mean, it can cast Lurus if I got enough spells in grave, but I don't know. So here we have a good hand, we have Supplier plus Vampiric Tutor, and we have the Bubble! The Bubble! Which they can't kill and then can't play Tormod script anymore. So we gotta hope that they don't have Surgical. I mean, we even have Duress. if they have surgical. What we are missing is a way to kill Eidolon. If they have it. But I mean, you can't have everything, and we can Vampiric Tutor for it too. So we can try to kill our opponent with Moon Shadow too, instead of with the combo. Yeah, I think the right play here is just Moon Shadow and play Duress. So we can remove Surgical or Sunbolt from their hand. And afterwards we can play Supplier. Because if we play Supplier now, they could Surgical in their turn with a mana. And then that would not be cool for us. Unfortunately for our opponent, they forget the bubble. And I think if they have attacked with the Monastery, I would not have blocked it, because I don't want my Moon Shadow to die. But I understand that they don't want their Monastery to die too, because they have Bowmaster, so they could like end my Moon Shadow with the Bowmaster. So now we are in the situation that we have 2 Vampiric Tutors in hand. And we have the bubble. So what we can do 2 things here. They are very cool. We can crack our fetch land, bring a Surveil land, Vampiric Tutor, and entomb something in the graveyard. And then Vampiric Tutor again, to put something in the top of the deck. Or what we could do too is like Vampiric Tutor for something, put in top of the deck, crack the bubble, Vampiric Tutor for something else, you know? And now that our opponent played a Hopeless Nightmare, now I know that we can... I'm just thinking about that, but we got this game. We got this game. I just make sure that we got this game. Like we can just discard Supplier. We have 1 more fetch to go to the graveyard, 2 Vampiric Tutors to go to the graveyard, we have Bubble to go to the graveyard. We have a lot of cards to go to the graveyard, we can just combo, we can grab Breach and Wick. So here I'm a little nervous, I hold the full control. I was disbelieved that I would make it to top 2 with this deck. But yeah, we made it, even though we did some misplays. We made it. So yeah. So now I will bring Breach to the top, I will draw a card and then Vampiric Tutor for the Ritual, or vice versa, and just win the game. GG's.
Okay, so now we are playing against a very bad matchup, but we have nothing to complain. Holy shit. I got so lucky in those pairings. And this is the finals, so I could have faced them in the top 8 and just lose to them, but no, I faced them. So it's I was very happy that I made to the top 2 in this tournament with this deck. I had a lot of luck. I will not lie. I faced 2 Mardus, 1 Boros. That's are good matchups. It's not great, the Mardu, but Boros may be great, I don't know. But yeah. No, I don't think it's great, it's good. But anyway. And I faced 3 Blue Hat Temple, which I think are great matchups. It was pretty easy, all 3 of them. One didn't even play the game. They gave up because they didn't want to play against my deck. And yeah, and 2 Buns. Buns is not that good actually. They have Eidolon. They have a lot of cards on the sideboard, but I think it is a good matchup, regardless. And yeah, we faced 1 bad matchup that was the Esper control. That list was very tough. And here we are dying already, because they are not doing the Reanimator plan. They are doing the fucked up creature plus strip mine. And now I need to make a decision if I want to Vampiric Tutor for second land or if I want to play Spire. I mean, it's tough. I cannot crack my bubble. That's a rule in this matchup. I mean, it's not a rule, but later on I'll explain it better. But yeah, it's tough for me to see a world where I win the game casting Vampiric Tutor for a land. I didn't want to cast this Subwire. I don't remember why I didn't want to cast it. Maybe to have the option to Vampiric Tutor for a land, but yeah, anyway. I guess it is bad if they kill my Spoiler. Yeah, with 2 of those creatures hitting, they are more likely to hit a strip mine. And they did it. And now I'm thinking, do I win again if I Vampiric Tutor for a land? And I don't think so. I don't think this game is winnable if I Vampiric Tutor for a land here. I need to Vampiric Tutor for a combo piece, and I need to hit the land drop. Or else I just lose the game. And you cannot play to not lose. You gotta play to win, you know? Like, of course, if I do Vampiric Tutor for a land, I still win the game, but the game is lost. I have the option to crack my bubble too. But I mean, there's no way they don't have Days of Fossil Fuel in their hand. They had there's just no way. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. So yeah, the question here is why I didn't play this player. Well, yeah, I remember now. I want to cast a Vampiric Tutor in the case they didn't have a strict mine, so I could grab my Phyrex and Tower. Yeah, I remember now. I want to cast a Vampiric Tutor in the case they didn't have a strict mine, so I could grab my Phyrex and Tower. And then I could play Supplier and sacrifice Supplier to play either Demon Tutor or Bowmaster with it. And now, yeah, we did hit the land, that's great, but it was a survey land. Into another survey land. So I was like, holy shit. Do I win the game with this survey land on top of the deck? That's what I was thinking in the moment. And I don't think so. I don't think I win the game with survey on top of the survey land on top of the deck. Now I have put a upkeep stop because I think Vampiric Tutor for Flex and Tower is a good play, so I can like play Supplier and have Flex and Tower up for, I mean, the next turn. I can have Flex and Tower up to play my Bowmaster. I could have like trying to be lucky and draw a land, but I think Flex and Tower is a good card. And it does give me chances to winning the game. Because I can sacrifice another Bowmaster later on, you know? And actually it was good not to play the Supplier, because they would have fatal push hits. And they would have more cards in graveyard for their treasure cruise. But anyway, the first decision I had to make is, it was the first Vampiric Tutor decision, it was when they stripped my only land. And I think I did it right. I should not Vampiric Tutor that. But since I have one land to play, I think it's fine to Vampiric for the tower. The tower, not any other land. The tower. It is a good option indeed. But they unfortunately found the third strip mine. And now the game is just over. There's no way. There's just no way. Yeah. That's the strip mine. Calm down, buddy. Oh shit. Okay, so I don't think we want 3 surgical on the sideboard actually, because I don't want to bring 3 surgical against this guy. You know? Because okay, surgical can stop their combo, but sometimes they don't even combo. And I want to have discard spells so I can stop their combo and help me combo, you know, instead of surgicals. And yeah, it's tough to sideboard. Because you see, I'm sideboarding out the Moon Shadow. I'm all in the combo now, which is not bad. They, if I remember correctly, yeah, they don't have, yeah, they have Grief and Force of Negation and Harbinger of the Seas on the sideboard. They don't have Grave Hate. So I think I'm fine with just more protection. But yeah, need to cut the aggro plant for surgical. I don't know. Stuff. This matchup stuff. I'm still trying to figure out what's the best approach. I think the best approach is just discard spells, maybe carpet flowers, but to still just lose to the combo. I mean, sometimes because they have protection plus the combo, but anyway. They force through my bubble, but I have Squelcher. But it's tough because like I don't want my Squelcher to be fatal push. Oh, there is another removal in the sideboard that I don't remember the name. But I don't want my Bowmaster to be dazed too. There is a chance that they don't have daze on the deck anymore because they are on the draw. But you know, sometimes they have. But yeah, they have the combo here. I should have keep the full control on all the time. Now it does not matter. Of course, I'm bluffing. But I should have started the game in full control. Unfortunately, that's the world that we live in times. On arena. On arena. I should have started the game on full control. That's why I forgot about it. But yeah, that's why the matchup's so tough. Like, you see game 1, they just take me out. And game 2, they combo to turn 2. And I didn't have discard spells to prevent it. I had a bubble, but the bubble would not stop the combo, you know? But if this goblin instead was a discard spell, I would have a chance in this game actually. But yeah, I have 5 discard spells in the deck. I think it's right. Maybe more than that is a hell of a lot. Yeah, that was the removal spell that I was talking about. So now what? I need breach. I need supply. 3. They're gonna do a cool play here. They're gonna entomb for another entomb, since they don't need more entombs. So they can play Treasure Cruise. But I had the double Bowmaster, so I did something here that I think I never did before. I killed an Atraxa with 2 Bowmasters. That was very cool. I like it. It felt very good doing that, to be honest. But like they could still do a Reanimate and Reanimate Atraxa again. No. And that's the problem with surgical extraction, you see. I mean, they could have force of negation if I do it now, but it's not even that strong of a play. Only if they have reanimate. And I want to do it now. Because if they have force of negation, they can just cast it in their upkeep. Anyway. And I want to put the moves in my hand this time. Yeah, so like now it's tough. They have two Bowmasters, they have Library, they have Force of Will for my news. Now it's really tough to come back in this game. My opponent's deck was very well built, to be honest with you. Those treasure cruise are really great. Yeah, and now there is no way that I can come back in this game. But it was very fun to play it. I did more mistakes than I wish I had done, to be honest. I have remembered the burn one and the bubble one. That's the two mistakes that I remember after playing the matches. But now watching the video, I think I made one more mistake. I could have killed the Mardu player on turn 2 if I have drawn a fetchland and if I have seen the line. I didn't even see the line. That's the problem. I didn't think about it. I didn't see it. But yeah, it's kind of tough deck to play, this one. I like the list, but I think the aggro plan is kind of very bad. No. I think it would be best to have more tutors on the deck, or more draw spells, instead of this plan B. I like Sculpture, it's very good in some matches. Some other matches is not that good, because there's some deck, because now that we have Fossil Fuel in days, usually the decks are not playing that much removal spells, right? But there are still some decks that are playing a lot of removal spells in the deck. The Esper Controllers that I was talking about, that list Sculpture was not good at all. And the Bubble was not that good either, because they have Mana Drain and Prismatic Hand. It's not a bad card, but I don't know. But the Aggro was very bad against them. So maybe we need more tutors. But the deck's very fun. It's a cool deck. Now I need to play the rules and hope they don't have a fetchland, of course. It's the only way I can win, but they drew it. So yeah, now it's just over. But I actually would have chance if they didn't loot this fetchland. Luz is so good in this deck. It's so good. I don't try to say like Moon Shadow is a bad card. I think it's a fine card in the deck, but I don't know if it is the right one, the best one. But GG's. Thanks again for Novos for hosting the tournament. And for Novos and Spock for hosting the tournament. It was very fun. Thanks you all. Maybe it would be better to have something like Cameo or Psycho Frog in the deck. Or a Hagavan. But Hagavan is so bad right now, but I try to say something that provides either card advantage or card searching. Because I feel that we need more tutoring in the deck. And I have a lot of creatures because we need a lot of creatures. We need them to sacrifice for the weak. Vampiric Tutor is a card disadvantage too, so that's a little bad, but we must have that. We are 3-card combo, so we need more tutors. Rainbow would be a great card, actually, because it searches your deck and makes a creature. So maybe the right way to go is Giant. If you are less aggro, Squelcher is less good, and so I would cut it, but you are cutting a creature and a protection spell. So I think 8 protection spell is right. I would play 4 bubbles and 4 seas of something seas endures. But then you need more creatures and more tutors. So it's kind of tough to build this deck. Maybe you don't need like, I don't know, maybe you don't have space to have 8 protection spells. But anyway, thanks again for everyone. GG's. It was great times.